movies. Mutilation, decapitation, torture. Does that sound entertaining? More blood than a blood bank. Have we got your attention?
Welcome back, terrestrials. In this episode, well, it's obvious. Um, Video Waste took a field trip today,
Yeah.
and we went and saw Scream in theaters. So we're here to talk about it. There will be spoilers.
Yeah, it's all
Sorry.
spoilers heavy.
Yeah, sorry. It just is
Yeah,
what it is. All right, Jerry, are you glad that you watched it?
I am. I am.
And you hold on, let me stop you right there. You don't need to come with fake positivity, um, because I know how you feel about most of these movies.
Right.
So if you didn't enjoy it, feel free to say that. It's
Yeah,
okay.
like
Um,
they did everything that, oh man, I wish the killers would be, two complete fucking randos. They did that.
yeah,
Like it's not like, Sidney, I am your brother's cousin's barber or some shit like that. And one time you didn't tip.
yeah,
No, these are just completely two fucking randos. I wish they'd bring Stu back. Technically, they did.
technically they did.
I wasn't 100% like, like at first I was like, oh, cool. And then it was like, oh. Oh, they're doing that with the
Yeah,
AI. I was like,
yeah,
oh, but they brought him back.
yeah,
Technically,
yeah,
I think it said Matthew Lillard at the end of it, not Matthew Lillard digitally constructed through fucking, you know, Sora,
yeah.
fucking
And the
or
sweet
whatever.
posters that I stole say Matthew Lillard on it.
Yeah.
So he's
So
part of
he
the
was in the
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
It's just like everything the audience has been asking for years. They did it, but they did it with a middle finger.
Yeah, for sure,
Like
for
we're
sure.
gonna
Yeah.
take your exemption. Yeah, Matthew Lillard survived, and Stu survived, and was it living in a mental institution. We're gonna do all of that, but we're gonna we're
Yeah.
gonna
We're
throw you a
also gonna
curve.
discredit and fuck that also. Um,
And then like the only like. No, I mean like I like Sidney and the daughter,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah, it
Thought
works.
that was pretty good. I
Yeah.
was getting tired of like the callbacks, like oh they're playing the music and like they're throwing out the like, okay, you nostalgic motherfuckers who keep talking about Scream moving in the wrong direction and shit. Fucking here's everything from the first Scream basically and stuff. So you can sit in the
Uh,
theater and go, I remember that. I
yeah,
remember that.
that's what I was doing the
I
whole
know.
time. I mean I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Oh,
I think that some of my more favorite things is like the start of the movie is really good. Like
yeah.
I like that male actor. I wish he would get more opportunities, but
Okay.
um he was the one that was in an American Crime or American Vandal,
Okay.
that like mockumentary where somebody was drawing dicks on vans, spray painting dicks on vans in high school, and
Right.
he was like the main guy because he was like a burnout loser or like
Yeah.
like troublemaker or something. So they were like
Yeah.
following him the entire time. But I like that guy. I wish he'd get more opportunity.
Mm.
I liked the setup in the first one, like in the first couple minutes, like the pre-credits kill that Scream always has. I liked the idea of the house being turned into like a murder bed and breakfast because why
Yeah,
the
my
fuck
brain
not?
was going, it's only been like two movies since this place like had
Yeah,
people
yeah,
living in it and
yeah,
shit and
yeah.
fucking
Um,
and my brain was going, that's a big ass highway right next to it. That used to be just like a cornfield and shit.
hey
Like,
man, it's
did they just
developed.
pick it up and move it or something? Fucking but
Um, yeah, I liked that, and then I one of the things that I really did enjoy, um, and I was kind of struggling with in the middle of the movie, um, was the stew thing because I was like, all right, part of Scream is you don't know who the killer is, right?
right, right,
But if they were going to do stew, they did it right. Like,
right,
fuck hiding who I am this time. I'm coming for you, bitch.
right.
Like that whole situation, I was like, I hope it is stew. Like
Hmm.
I hope that they took this turn. And even though throughout the movie they were going, it's too meta. It's too meta. It wouldn't work like that, like he's dead. He's definitely dead. Like all that stuff. Like I was like, fuck it, let it be him.
Yeah.
Like let him just
I was
let
fine
it
with
happen.
it, you know. Why
Yeah.
did you why, you know,
Yeah.
kind of like that's where the reveal is. Not the Scooby-Doo
Right.
fucking reveal, because that's
Yeah.
why I even did the zoinks in the
Yeah.
theater and
Yeah.
whatnot when they pulled the mask off and it was
Yeah.
like, who the fuck's oh, okay, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then like it took me like 5 minutes and shit like and then the same thing goes with like okay, so we have three Ghostface technically in this movie. We have
Yeah.
random fucker,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
and
they're all random
oh,
fucker. It's
they're all
just random
random
fucker
fuckers,
one,
right?
two,
You know,
three.
like
Um,
yeah, random
Gore
lady
Gore
fucker and
isn't
shit
there
was
to kill them this
yeah.
time.
She was the most like, huh? What?
Yeah, she
I
really
was like,
was.
what?
And
Why is she after? Because
even when
she
she
wrote a
was
book?
explaining it,
Yeah,
I
my
was
brain was
like,
just like,
what?
huh?
I
Like,
mean, like, okay, the first killer that gets killed in the middle of the movie, okay, fine. Whatever. Just he's a random killer. He just, whatever. And then even the dude from Empire Records,
yeah,
like, okay, fine, whatever. Like he doesn't really have anything to do with it either, but okay, fine, whatever.
yeah,
But then what's up, Plotties? Like, what are you talking about? What
yeah,
are you upset about? Why don't you just take your kid and go? Like, you're just crazy? Like, oh, all
yeah.
right, whatever, dude. Like, I was that's the point where I was like, they should have just made it stew.
They should have just made it
Like they
stew
just should have just
and
made it fucking stew. And
had
even if it was the dude from Empire Records, that's okay too. Like,
yeah,
yeah, you could do the psycho killer Stu and Empire Records. Like
yeah.
you could have done those three guys and it would have been cool. Like I would have been okay with it. But I don't
I
know.
think and if we're doing the what ifs, you know, and like okay, they go stew, they go 100% stew. I almost wanted to like, oh, this is the one, this is the Scream where there is no happy ending.
Yeah,
Like
kill Sidney.
Stu and these people from this mental institution are now there's hundreds of them. There's 50 of them, you know, or whatever, you know, 50 ghost faces
Yeah.
and shit. And they're all after, and Stu is like just like some fucking comic book villain,
Yeah.
you know,
With like a
and just
leading a gang of
I'm
crazies.
right. And you can go anywhere, Sydney, and I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get you, you
Yeah.
know, and then that's the story. You got three fucking movies out of that shit
That's
before she
kind of what
kills
I
schools.
that's kind of what I thought towards the end too. I was like, okay, maybe he is actually alive and he's just got people doing the bidding. And
Right.
that's how the movie's going to end is with another phone call from Stu going, it ain't over. You
Right.
just stopped them. You didn't stop me. That's kind of what I was hoping for
Right.
because they still never said Stu is dead. They still haven't done it. They
Right.
haven't confirmed that he's dead. Even when her and Gail were talking at the institution before they went inside, and they were like, somebody stole his morgue records or whatever to make it look like his body was never received or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, cool, make it actually not that is actually what happened. Like, and then he's actually alive. Like, quit fucking around. Cause like, when Empire Records was like, "Oh, that's John,"
Yeah.
immediately I was just like, "Fuck yes!" And then it's like that was the red herring. The letdown was the red herring. It was like, "You
Yeah.
bitches, you sons of bitches." But
There is no Stu, you
yeah,
know, like
exactly.
what?
Um, but one of the things, all right, so two more things that I really liked about this movie. I like Joel McHale in this movie.
Yes.
He did a really good job. I liked his character. I'm starting to, like I've liked him since Community. Like he plays that douchey, but this time he isn't that douchey.
No.
So like he isn't that douchey guy. So it was nice to see him in this role. I think he did a good job. It was small, but like, it was good. He,
He's a good fit for Nev Campbell.
yeah,
And like they worked well together.
yeah,
Where Nev Campbell just she, what I was worried is that they were going to take like the Jamie Lee Curtis route, and she was going to like kind of
Booby trap the house and shit.
well, yeah, be like psycho and
Yeah,
seeing ghost faces everywhere and whatnot.
yeah.
But Nev doesn't seem like that. Like she's
Nah,
like,
yeah. She's
I
trying to.
mean, she gets the phone call from fucking Ghostface, and she
Yeah,
just knows what to do. I'm
yeah,
hitting record because this happens every fucking week,
yeah, yeah,
you know. And on it's not. I wish there was like I mean, this poor woman deserves to have a mental breakdown. Fucking if anybody does, she's like, I can't believe this shit keeps fucking happening to
yeah, dude.
me. You know. Um, I'll say the one negative on this movie was that they were just poo-pooing the last movie. Like,
That was what I was getting ready to do next.
yeah.
I was getting ready to say I liked the fact that they were
Oh, you
just
did
like,
like that.
well, okay, so I have no problem. Let me make it clear. I have no problem with 5 and 6. I like the direction, like they wrote Nev out, but also, all right, so it's a really layered thing. It's like an onion. It's got layers.
Right.
But okay, so like fuck Scream for not paying Nev Campbell.
Correct.
That's how we got to 5 and 6. But since we got to 5 and 6, I liked it. It was okay. I had no
Yes.
problem with 5 and 6. I enjoyed them. I wish Dewey didn't die. That sucks. But is what it is. But then for the exit of the two main actors in that movie, 5 and 6, the way they did, they just up and left the franchise high and dry. Well, they they fired each other basically.
Right.
Like they didn't want anything to do with the movie anymore because the movie didn't support what they said and the movie didn't support what they said, so they had to let them go. So like
Right.
it either way it ended. So skip it. Skip it. Pretend it didn't happen. Or if
I
you're going to pretend it didn't happen, like we see this all the time in horror. Like
the
the
retcon it. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
you
they
they
just
just they
never
just yeah, that
five and
yeah, it just
six
never
just
happened.
never happen. And
Now,
that
obviously, that didn't take place in this one because the twins are in it.
right.
Randy's niece and nephew are in it. They're from 5 and 6, but I, the way they just kept going, like, oh God, it was so horrible in New York. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fun shot at
Oh, so
those
I'm so
movies.
glad you weren't in New York
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Like,
And
yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
glad you set that one out. She literally said, "I'm glad you set that one out,"
yeah.
because it was horrible in New York. So,
And
like, it's
and
funny to me.
those two are the um pandemic ones. Those are the ones that never came out in the theater. Those are
Yeah,
the ones that only came out on streaming.
yeah, yeah.
And those are, I'll say that that's one of the reasons that I really enjoyed it is because during a absence of, entertainment, we got these two screen movies that
Are
come
you
out.
backtracking and pretending you like these movies now?
And what, 5 and 6?
Yeah.
I'll say that
Maybe you
like
were a little harsh on your judgment
I
of
was
them
harsh on
initially.
the
That,
judgment at the
that's fair.
time
That's all we can
because
ask.
what my brain says is, okay, this is the problem with Scream. Okay? This
Stu's
is
not
the
in
entire, well, yeah,
it.
fucking, this is the problem. Is the first one is so good that no
True.
matter what you do next,
Yeah.
come to build up against that, whatever you do is never gonna compare. So you have
Yeah.
to find those like moments, like this is happening to Nev Campbell again,
Yeah.
and then finally they were like, maybe we retcon it, we just go a new direction with younger youth instead
Yeah.
of Nev Campbell having to be attacked every fucking. But then they were like, all right,
You know what this movie
one
needs?
of them's Billy's
Nev Campbell.
daughter,
Yeah, right. Exactly.
and she can see her dad because she's mental, and it's like, sure, motherfucker, why not?
That's what I was saying the whole time was like, why not? And I meant it though. I'm like not just like sarcastically, but I meant it. Like, why
Yeah,
not? Fuck it.
why
Who
not?
cares?
Fuck it.
Like everybody who's taking these movies too goddamn seriously, you're missing the point.
Right.
Like these are just supposed to, these were never like the first one is lightning in a bottle by accident. It was not intended that way. And if you go back and look at it, it
Fucking
is very, very 90s. It is
yes.
very, very like, playing
Simple.
like 311 and type shit. I don't think 311's in it, but like,
No,
that
311's
90s
not
butt
in
rock is in the movie.
it. Right.
Like it it's it was good on accident.
It's a simple town. It's a simple premise. No real big kills. It's just
No,
stabs.
just
But
fucking
yet,
Rose McGowan's nipples
yeah,
so hard.
the premise in general is
Yeah,
just fan fucking tastic.
yeah,
Of okay, there's all these horror movies that are out now and they're bloated and they're fucking dying, this pop
right,
horror. And okay, we're gonna do a movie that basically calls out those as movies.
right.
That's all they are. Those are movies. This is reality, you
Yeah,
know? And yeah, excuse me. That's just amazing. And
yeah.
then like so what do? They say, we gotta keep making these fuckers. And it's like, oh, you didn't get the point and shit because this is like Scream was just supposed to be like this self-contained horror movie,
Yeah.
and it's so popular and it was so like it's like the fucking Exorcist. Like you can't make another Exorcist movie once that's
They
made.
can and they have.
They have,
Uh,
yeah, fucking, but
but
or
yeah,
they can't make like they tried doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then guess what? Every Texas Chainsaw Massacre is nothing compared to the original Texas Chainsaw
it's very
Massacre,
true. But just like you love to,
Right.
and I'm a fair fan of 4
For
and 5 kind of.
yeah,
Um,
even though we shed on most.
well, yeah, we should on, but we should on because we love them.
Yes.
But like even though I'm a fan of those, like that's the way I look at these. Like, yes, Scream is in it's got its own little trophy case. I dust it weekly. Like I keep it very nice. But
Mm-hmm.
then I do have these things in the drawer that I like to play with over here.
Right.
So that's what these other ones are.
Right.
I've said I think several times on the show. It's like Scream 1, Scream 4, Scream 2, and then I don't really care after that.
Yeah.
5 and then 6 and then maybe 3. But I watch them all the time and I
Yeah.
enjoy them. And I made it a point to go watch this one because I had seen so much controversy about like, oh well, they shouldn't have done it because of the girls that left. It was like, well, they weren't even supposed to be a part of it. They just wouldn't pay Nev Kimball. So they had to go another route.
Yeah.
So she's back now. So they don't need they're nobodies now. They're like not that they're nobodies, but like they're
Yeah.
nobody to
Yeah.
the storyline anymore.
Yeah. The
Like
Scream
they didn't
story. I
even
mean,
mention them.
right.
They only talked about the twins and Gail's experience. They didn't say anything about the other two girls or Billy Loomis. I think at one point she was like, well, she was Billy Loomis's daughter or something. But
Yeah.
like
Love chat and stuff,
they played her off like very quickly, like brushed her off.
Right.
And I didn't mind that. I didn't mind the shade on them because it's funny to make fun of your own franchise,
Yeah.
especially because I feel like they also didn't want 5 and 6 to be the way that they were. They
Mhm.
had to have 5 and 6 the way that they were.
Yeah.
And now that they don't have to, they can turn their backs on it and be like, hey, we get it, like oopsie daisy. But this one definitely did all the fan service. It
Yeah. It's
changed
fan
things up
service.
enough. Like I do agree with you. I do wish there was no happy ending for this one. Like I do wish everybody died and Stu was real, but
Because
that would have been the coolest part. Or maybe like,
it's the
Tatum
only thing they
survives or
haven't done
something. Right.
is
But then they're killing the series for sure.
the ghost face just like it like instead of the Scooby-Doo ending and tomorrow's gonna be a better day and the cops are and it's like
Also, what happened to all the cops in the town?
hmm.
Like as soon as Joe McHale got it,
they
all the
were
cops
just like,
just was like, ah, fuck it, I quit.
yeah, we're gonna
Like,
go out to the little road, it's like, oh, he's not answering his phone, so
nobody's
we're just gonna
patrolling
shoot
the
him.
town anymore. There's not a squad car at the house, even though there was 1,000 of them 20 minutes
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Like, where did every cop in this movie go? And then they all showed back up at the end
Yeah, yeah. We
after
were
everything was settled.
we were, patrolling that side of town. Yeah, because of the curfew, the idea of a curfew is to have the cops go up and down the
Yeah,
streets every so often and
yeah,
whatnot for these situations.
yeah,
I was getting excited when at the beginning they were talking about a party, and I
yeah,
was like, okay, cool. Because I like that, the interaction, there are people there. Like
yeah.
in the first one, I like how the beginning of the party, people are interacting with each other and things are
Mhm.
just happening. And then all of a sudden the party starts dying off. It literally like people are like going and like, we're gonna get out of here. And like you're left with the shell of this leftover party.
Right.
And I was hoping they would kind of do that, like, oh, so and so must be have left or something. And it's like,
Yeah,
no, they got murdered
yeah, yeah.
and whatnot. So, um,
You got to
okay,
go back and watch four.
I gotta go back and kind
I
of
would, I would go just, I would go
repay
watch four.
attention to all of them because I've always had that love hate that says
I
the
think
first one is
Scream,
great.
right.
All of these other ones are just, you know, eh,
So
eh.
for me, like I said, one, four, but two is right there. Like two is good because it's you still have the same characters. Randy's in it, Jamie Kennedy's in it. You have these it's so close to the first one, and what I mean by that is like era, time
Mhm.
frame, like it was just years later.
Yeah.
It felt really good. It was an extension of this first one. So those two fit really well together. Three, I've never really loved three. The whole I'm your brother, let's make a movie thing, like that was like I was just like, but four really stood out to me, and that was the first swing of coming back because it was party, it was a meta movie club, it was like all these things, and they
Mhm.
like added technology for the time,
Yeah.
which was a giant camera on the side of his head. But like the killer is streaming all the kills, like you know what I mean? Like it's updated for that time period, and I think that
Like
they did a
Michael
really good job
Myers.
with it. And yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But not chicken fried motherfucker.
Yeah.
But and then five and six are what they are. I don't
Yeah.
have I
Uh,
don't dislike any of them.
no.
I think like my least favorite is three, but all of them, like I like them all. I watch them pretty regular. I think they've had them on Tubi. I've just
Yeah,
or
they're
on
still there.
Pluto. So I just watch them because they play it on the channel.
Right.
And for some reason they played Scream 2, 3, and 2. But I watched two twice. I don't care. Like
Well,
I just kept watching them. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
they're
and
fun slashers. And they're it came out at an age where like that's my slasher. As much
yeah.
as I love the other slashers, like those were before me. I grew up watching them, but this was new and I grew up watching it. I
Hmm.
was 10 when this movie came out. I saw it in theaters. Like I it was it was for me. It was for not probably not for me, but the generation right above me
Right.
probably, but it got me instead.
Hmm.
So, I have I hope they make 10 more. I don't give a shit. Like I don't
Do you
care who the killer is next time. Like it was disappointing that it wasn't Stu because they could have made it Stu.
you
And they
gonna do?
even said like, oh, that would be silly, which made me feel like it was a red herring that it was actually going to be Stu. So
Yeah.
I did
We
feel
got
let
double
down by
herring.
that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I did feel let down by that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who the killer is. And I do like the veracity of the killing. It was very visceral. It wasn't like the killer in other movies has run and tripped over chairs, and
Right.
you know what I mean? Like these ones were like very, and I even the ones in New York, like I mentioned when we did Scream 5, like I love the fact that he had a shotgun and blew some dude's head off. That
Yeah.
was fucking sick as hell. I still love that scene.
Yeah.
Um but like it was very visceral, like the stabbings and stuff. It it didn't feel it didn't feel movie magic. It felt realistic. Like everything was done in the realm, except for how many times he keeps getting up. Everything is done within the realm of reality.
Right, right.
And
I
that I
will.
really enjoyed about the
There's
movie.
one where it was a Jason kill,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's the
The
beer
beer
tap.
tap.
I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, this guy
What did that
has
guy say in the theaters? He said something about that, like, "Oh, that looks real," or something like that. And
something like that.
everybody
I don't know.
laughed. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
like
like,
I
"Yeah, all
wasn't
right,
paying attention. I was,
yeah."
doing John Madden play by play in my brain and stuff. And see, this is where he gets wrong because he should be stabbing because that's why the fucking movie was called Stab. But no, I was sitting there and I was like, okay, so he has him by the neck and he lifts that kid up, and that kid isn't like a little kid,
No,
like, and then he puts it on, and I was like, that beer tap, that thing's plastic. That thing would have, like, the second that he would have like
a
put
lot of
pressure on
them
it, it would
are
have,
wood,
or yeah, I mean, but like my brain was just like, but
but the beer wouldn't have
turn it
come
off.
out
No,
like that.
the
That
spout.
part, yeah, no, that part. That's not how that
That's
works.
just like, okay, so, and also with the girl swinging and stuff, and he just like held a knife and like she got disemboweled,
Yeah.
and my brain's going like, it would cut her, but not deep enough for like and
I mean,
shit.
the if the knife is sharp enough, it could,
Yeah,
because it only has to go through that much skin before it's got into her
yeah,
guts. So, I mean, I
that's
think the thing that would stop him is force. Like he would have to have incredible force to get through her
yeah,
skin.
because like your
Um,
hand would go with
or
the
else it would
motion.
have to be surgically sharp in order to open her like that. But
Right.
I did like the way they kept showing her once she was dead
Yeah.
with the backlight, and she was just like strung up. Like I was like, that's pretty cool. I like that
Yeah.
aftermath.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
I mean, they
but
definitely play to a lot of the old Scream things of like,
yeah,
shoot him in the head, shoot him in the head,
yeah.
shoot him in the
Shoot him.
head. Like,
Like, how many times I got to tell you?
yeah.
Like, I was hoping that Nev Campbell would have gone over to her daughter and been like, okay, listen, you can be a survivor, but I'm gonna let you know. Shoot him in the fucking head.
Did you see the did you see the brief? It's so brief, but I caught it, and I don't, it just like uh the bit of disappointment when they're like, I think Empire Records is talking at the end and she's in the chair and she's like, "Yeah, your daughter, oh yeah, it was like he was like, oh yeah, your daughter shot me," and he like opens up the thing and he's like, "But not in the head." And Nev goes, just very briefly goes, it's like, dude, your daughter has a knife to her throat and you're
Mm,
showing disappointment in her.
mm,
Like, that's fucked up, dude.
yeah.
You're a horrible parent.
That's why I named you after my friend.
Yeah.
But okay, so going from here,
Okay.
do you think it's time to retcon the series, basically do a Halloween fucking where like we just say, okay, everything like from uh 7 to 2, we're gonna get rid of that, so there's Scream and then like the next Scream and shit fucking, or are we gonna try to keep running with like, okay, maybe there's a new generation of kids or something, do the even
I
though they
think
try to do that in 5,
I
but
think the obvious choice is, first of
keep
all, I don't
going,
know. First of all, I don't know how Joel survived, but um, I think that the next obvious choice is to keep going, kill Nev and Joel, and just leave Tatum as the new, like, go ahead, or leave like transfer it to Tatum, but leave Nev alive somehow. Like, just like, oh well, a I did have a grudge against you, Nev, but now I have a grudge against your daughter, and I don't give a
right?
shit about you. So kind of like play, like keep her in case you need her. Don't kill her off like you did Dewey. Still salty. But
David
keep
Arquette
her
wanted out of
because
these, and then he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it again."
I don't know. I don't know if he wanted out of him or
Yeah.
not. But I
With the
think like
magic of AI,
yeah,
nobody's really dead.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think like that route would be the logical route. I don't know how or I don't know what would come from like I don't see how they would do that. Like to pretend that 2 through 7 don't exist. Like I
So,
don't know how they would get there because you would there's so much Sidney storyline of like her moving, her
right.
trauma, her development of relationship with Gail, all of the like there's so much thickness in all of that that like if you went from 1 to 8 and pretend the others didn't exist, where did she go, where did she come from, how is she, where's her trauma like that, where'd this kid come from, where did you know what I mean, like there's
Oh, well,
too
all of
many
that
open
stuff would be
questions.
anything in those movies is now
So
fucking
no kid, no Joel
nope.
McHale, no
No,
nothing. But
basically
still,
after
how
the
do you? But the
events
only thing
of
you can do at that point is make her Jamie Lee Curtis from
right.
Halloween 2018.
That basically after the events of the first one, she went into hiding, witness protection because they knew.
Because Stu's still alive.
Yeah, because and then we find that yeah, Stu has been alive the whole time. Um, you know,
I mean,
and
that would be
that's
cool,
how
but
we start this saga. Is that basically everything that's happened?
I honestly don't really want to lose the twins though.
Eh,
Like, I kind of like them. Especially the girl because she's always given the like meta. This is how horror movies work, like Randy did. I liked that. I like her doing that.
just
And,
have the
so
put that on new characters and stuff,
yeah, that's fair.
fucking
That's fair.
like because but in that case, Jacob, since we went to go see this in the theater, I know your answer. Are you happy
Would
that
you
you
go
went to
to
go
see
see it in the
would
theater,
you go see
or
this in a theater? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm
would you
excited.
would you found this better if you just watched it in Paramount, fucking 2 more months later and shit, kind of.
Nah, I'm glad I watched it in theaters.
Yeah, you're gonna go get yourself a physical copy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. I
I
don't
still
know
need the
that it's
box set. Like
yeah,
if
I would rather have I would wait till if I'm alive by the time all these are done, then I'll just get a box set.
yeah.
I mean, I
Um,
have Scream 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on DVD,
right,
so
right.
I don't know. I'll
Mm.
find 6 at some point, probably.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the cult classic because these are not cult.
Nah, they're
Like
not.
they are like the most popular of the horror franchises, I
Yeah.
think. I think
Currently, yeah.
Ghostface, it's so funny that Ghostface is like the least popular. I mean, like, unless you're like a Halloween costume, like, but
Yeah.
it's still gonna go like, who's on your Mount Rushmore, Freddie, Jason, Michael, rinse and repeat the fourth one, like Terrifier or something.
Yeah.
But Ghostface will always kind of just be for like tattoos and fucking Halloween costumes.
He's the misfits of horror
Hmm.
movies where
Yeah,
misfits
he's
are the
literally
misfits
the
of
Glenn
punk.
Danzig carrying kitty litter,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Fucking but I still I and I think that has something to do with the Scooby-Doo effect that because
I don't know.
Ghostface is not one person, you know. He's not a spiritual entity like Jason that keeps rising from the grave. It's always
That would be a cool thing to do.
Sidney.
Just fuck it. Make it in outer space. Make
No,
it fucking Stu is brought back from the dead and he
and
can't
Billy.
die. Yeah, fuck it. Make it both
Stu
of them.
and Billy.
And she's like, it's 2038 and they're going to the moon on vacation and Stu and Billy come back to life and they're terrorizing her on fucking hotel and
Right.
the moon like Fifth Element. Like just make it batshit insane
Ooh.
and then
We retcon it. Okay. So 2 through 7 never happened. But we retcon it even further to Billy and Stu were not murdered at the end of the first one. They were arrested. They were arrested. And
yeah.
now
But
The
we all
per
know he got shot in the head.
We know it, but it moved further. The retcon moved further back. So when,
Yeah, but you can't just you can't go through half a
you
movie.
know,
Like you have to like the whole movie exists.
they
Like if you
didn't
want to,
get that double tap.
you
They
would have
didn't.
to erase the entire first movie.
Okay, then, but we'll have to see. I don't know what Paramount is planning to do.
I don't know. Is this Paramount like
This is Paramount.
exclusive or something?
Yeah, they own it
Oh, oh, okay.
because Miramax was the original distributor,
Right,
but then
right.
Miramax was bought out
Well,
by Paramount.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Now Paramount owns everything until they fucking go
Weinstein
belly
needed
up.
some fucking money.
Hmm. Fucking
Needs some
defense
legal,
lawyers.
yeah, some
Yeah.
legal counsel. All right. Well, we didn't grade it. What do you grade this one?
I I don't know because I have to watch it more.
Yeah, I actually today when I was driving home, I was like, I want to watch it again.
No.
I want to watch it one
I
more
need a
time.
personal viewing. I don't want to sit in a theater because when you're in a
I
theater,
mean,
it's more of the
experience.
experience.
Yeah.
But when you're at a
And then you have
personal
some woman
TV,
screaming in the back of your fucking head. I don't know why all those people decided to sit directly behind me, but
because we
that was
had the best
annoying as
seats.
shit. Well, yeah, that's true. But they like sat all off to the side of me and they were like chit-chatting, like, oh, don't girl, don't do that. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Don't talk in the movie. Shut up.
Welcome to my welcome to the club. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, a personal experience at your home theater, at your home TV.
I mean, it did make it fun because that's